Breaking club news with a rebel grin. From the stands to the mic, they bring the fire, fueling foreign fans with pure desire. It's blue, it's white, it's worldwide pride. With the insiders, we're all on side. Every chant, every kick, every rise and fall, we follow it all. We're answering the call. Malaga Insiders plug us in. Breaking club news with a rebel grin. From the stands to the mic, they bring the fire, fueling foreign fans with pure desire. It's blue, it's white, it's worldwide pride. With the insiders, we're all on side.
Hola, buenos dias, good morning, good evening, wherever you are listening, whatever time of day it is, welcome to this week's edition of Malaga Insiders. We've got a lot to get through this recording, and this week's episode we'll be looking back at the Leganés game at the weekend, and we'll be looking at the preview for two games, because Malaga potentially have two games this week coming up after this, against Andorra and at the weekend against Deportivo. First of all, I'd just like to introduce you to my co-hosts today. Calum, my fellow Scot, how are you doing this week, mate?
I'm okay, mate. Busy day, as I alluded to on the chat beforehand, but I'm here now and I look forward to talking with you guys about Malaga tonight. Can't wait, boys. Can't wait.
Excellent. And welcome back to Tony after his globetrotting trip around the world to Japan. How are you doing, Tony? Tell us a bit about your trip.
Good. Glad to be back. It was a very nice month away. Kind of last minute booking because I've got a friend there, so I could crash at his place. So that was great. It was a fun weekend, a fun month. I mean, it felt like a long weekend though. But no, it was great. I went to the Bad Bunny concert there. I went in my Malaga shirt, so that was really great. I got a lot of people coming up everywhere in Japan, like asking where I'm from. I was like, yeah, Malaga, and everyone knew Malaga. I'm only East Coast, but then I told all to the Japanese about Chupete and La Rubia, so they're up to date now.
Perfect.
Yeah, fantastic. We saw some cracking pictures of your dance moves with the Malaga top on at the concert, the photos were fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience to do that, and it's always representing Malaga everywhere I go, so.
Excellent, yeah. So, any more trips planned to Japan, or was that just is that the only one?
No, for this year, not this year. Hopefully next year again.
Excellent,
but not for now anymore.
Yeah, excellent. That's good. I'm glad to have you back again. Obviously, missed you the last couple of weeks. As I said, we've got a lot to get through tonight in terms of the week in Malaga CF's week. First up, Malaga played on Saturday last against Leganés at home. Back at La Rosaleda, an early-ish evening kickoff there. Biggest attendance of the season, not just at La Rosaleda, but in Segunda, of almost 28,000. So a great turnout by the Malaguistas, as usual. For that
27.999.
Yeah, one person.
One person.
There, that was
sorry.
That was it. Yeah.
I was in Holland already, but they used my ticket. So yeah, that is. I don't understand though. It felt like more.
It did. When you saw the pictures, there didn't look like there was any space left at all, wasn't there? So the lineup was as predicted, I think, by us last week. The not normal the lineup with only Doutor being out and replaced by Rafa. So it was Herrero in the goal, Montero and Murillo centre backs with Dani Sanchez and Carlos Puga out wide. In the middle, we had Izan Marino, Dani Lorenzo, and as I said, Rafa in for Doutor. We had David Larubia and Joaquin out on the wings and Chupete up front. So that was pretty much the starting lineup that we predicted last week, Calum, wasn't it, with Rafa coming in?
It was, Paul, yeah. I think it was just, we're just trying to figure out who was going to slot in at that centre midfield spot for Doutor, and I think we sort of all, but it was going to be Rafita that went in there. We obviously, Ochoa obviously being on international duty with Ireland under 21, but yeah, I think that was basically what we suspected, and that's what actually happened. So
yeah. I mean, I was asking if you were happy with that lineup, Tory, Calum, but I mean, it's pretty much the team picks itself now, doesn't it? With the exception of injuries and suspensions, doesn't it? So now, obviously, we're going into this game looking for another win to keep us at that top end of the table in the playoffs, and we started off really well. In the first 15 minutes, we had numerous chances. Soriano had a great save from Chupi that he just fingertipped after a great move with Rafa, Joaquin, Danny Sanchez, and the shot from Chupi. Then Puga had Soriano made a save from Puga after he'd jinked inside the two left backs, and then Joaquin came in and just couldn't get it over the line. And then Olivia cut inside after their defender fell on his backside. He cut it back to Rafa, who hit it over the bar off a deflection. So a good opening 20 minutes, guys. What did you think? I mean, at that point we thought we're on top here and really should be scoring. So,
yeah, it was a great show. Really attacking at the start, and I really had the confidence that will carry out the line through the whole game. I think Juan Soriano has been goalkeeping really good. So he's got a lot of saves, and it's just kind of lucky we couldn't score straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. The Puga one, the save Soriano made from Puga. You think Joaquin could have used a bit more strength to get that over the line and knock it in?
Yeah, he could, but it's kind of like the whole story of Joaquin this season. Not too many goals, so there's definitely something he could work on more.
Yeah,
it's one of these things. Sorry, Paul, on you go, mate.
Oh, I was just about to say, I thought he was a bit lightweight and getting to it and not using body weight to try and just knock it in. It was on the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, what I was going to say, because I remember you obviously texting the chat about that, and I'm thinking, you know what? I think it's a lot to do with anticipation as well. Sometimes you just got to be expecting to keep it to palm it out, and then you're not having to be that sort of like reacting with the defender. Usually attackers are usually quite on the ball, whereas they can nick it in front. And I think that's what it is. It should have maybe just been easier said than done. It just maybe been a wee bit more alert, expecting the keeper. You've always got to expect maybe the keeper to palm it out to you or whatever. But I just think he was sort of caught on his heels, and then he's reacted last minute. And like you say, the defender has sort of out-muscled him. If he can be a bit stronger and sort of win that duel, he probably taps it in the net, Paul. You're 100% right. I just think it's a lot to do with sort of be the first guy there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And then 19 minutes, there was a bit of controversy. The ball went down the left wing, and Joaquin had it with the defender, and then Soriano on the TV looked like he came out of no place and wiped both of them out. Yellow card for Soriano. A bit of debate whether that should have been a red card or not, given that he made no attempt to play the ball. I think the debate was whether it was a goal scoring opportunity, given that he was running away down the line and he had a defender with him. But on the other hand, some of the debate has been, well, he made no attempt to play the ball, and he took both of them straight out. What was your take on it, guys?
My take was that, sorry, I'll take this one first. My take was basically what you said, was I think the only reason it's not been given is because the direction of the ball isn't going towards goal. It's going sort of towards the corner flag. And he's basically got a defender on his hip. Once the keeper takes him out, even if he rides that tackle, he's still got the defender there. But then again, you've got to look at the rules and say, well, is the keeper trying to play the ball? For me, I think that was the reason it wasn't given. It's for the simple fact that the ball's obviously going towards the corner flag. It's not going towards goal. And obviously the defender, they could say there was a covering defender. But we'll get other games where that incident will happen and the referee will get a red card. So this is the problem everybody's got. It's a consistency. One referee's giving it, others aren't. And that's where the sort of fans are like, well, we talk about it pretty much every week with these bits. And that's where I feel that we're getting we're getting a raw end of the stick, is because they're not calling it fair in every game.
Yeah. Tory, your take on it?
Yeah, I agree with Calum. If the ball would go inward towards the goal, I think he would definitely give the red card. But since he goes like more the other direction, he's not going to give that. Knowing Segunda and knowing our luck with the referees as well, that's not going to be a red.
Red, yeah. I mean, my take on it was it wasn't a red as well, just for those reasons.
Yeah.
The defender was with him. He was running down the line.
Yeah.
It wasn't through straight on goal. And a yellow. I mean, it's borderline orange. Between the yellow and red.
Oh, yeah,
yellow,
definitely dark yellow.
Yeah,
100%.
but the yellow, I think, was what he was all. The ref was always going to give that. I think, especially that
game. It wasn't a great tackle though either.
Well,
it was high. Wasn't like he just came out and like made a fumble. It was a reckless tackle. I'm not caring, but anybody says that is a reckless tackle, so you've got to take that because is he endangering an opponent? Probably yeah. Was he reckless in the tackle? Probably yeah. Was he in control of himself when he was? What was it to say when you're entering the tackle? He had no control of it. So these are all things that are like in the rule book. Do you know what I mean? So when you're looking at that on the just looking at the tackle from the goalie onto the attacker separately, never mind defenders or the direction of the ball. Just look at the tackle for the goalkeeper on the attacker. It's not great. Anywhere else on the park, that's probably a red card. Do you know what I mean? That's so.
Yeah. And I think if it's another player as well, an outfield player that does that.
But that's exactly, Paul. Yeah.
That would be looked at.
That's what we're looking at. Somewhere else on the park. If a centre midfielder's doing that to another centre midfielder, it just seems to be a wee bit different. There's a lot more leniency to the goalkeepers.
Yeah. Well, as it was a yellow card that Soriano got. Interestingly, it wasn't in the highlights package for the week. So I'm not sure if it was taken out just to avoid controversy. But Soriano was sort of shaking his head and his finger as he was walking back. So I'm not entirely sure what he was expecting. I don't know if he was trying to say that it wasn't a yellow card either. But
that's a guilty man straight away. If you walk back waving your finger, like that's the thing. I got the person straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe he was thinking. Maybe he was saying he should have been a red card. I don't know.
Possibly. Say no. Yeah, actually, to be fair, he had a really good game for them. He was standing on his head a couple of the saves. But yeah, as I say, some people are thinking he shouldn't be on the park to make these saves. So
absolutely. The rest of the first half, Leganés had a goal disallowed for offside. At the time, I think the replay showed that he was miles offside, and that's pretty much why he scored. If he was onside, he was never making that. So no real controversy there about losing that goal. But they did have a chance not long after that. Danny Rodriguez had a chance where he ghosted into the box, got a short pass and chipped it just wide, which showed the danger that Leganés could pose up front. I think that was a wake up to us. But then right on half time, Leganés had a corner. Played it short, played it across the box, and then Puga ran the length of the park and then beat the defender, cut it across to Chupe. Then Chupe cut back inside and put it over the bar. Now, seeing it again, I think he should have scored from that. What's your guys' feeling on that?
Yeah, 100%. I think Chupe, with how he's been playing this season, with the confidence he has, I'm looking at it now again as well, and he should have definitely gone in. I think it's a shame. It's a little bit unlucky. I think he just doesn't hit it well. But we had just so many chances of Malaga the whole game.
Yeah,
and this could definitely have gone in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with Tony on that one as well. I agree. I just think a striker in the form that he's in, you just expect him. I've seen him score more difficult opportunities than that, but obviously it wasn't to be. I said that to you in the chat. You could just tell it was one of the nights. Just the more the game went on, we had chances. Keeper was pulling off great save. Don't get me wrong, Leganés looked okay as well. I didn't expect them to be as good as they were. I know they're a good side. I'm not saying that. Just the form they were in. I probably sort of underestimated them. I think we might obviously when we previewed them last week. But I thought that they looked all right. But as I say, with the chances we've had, it's very rare that we're not putting away one of these chances.
Absolutely.
I just felt like, I say that to you, I just felt there was something missing. You could just, not that anybody played badly, just like I just felt that there was just something missing connecting wise, just with a couple of players missing. You weren't able to bring Nino on, you weren't able to, make the Aaron Ochoa, so just the usual subs that he makes, and I just felt that it did affect the rhythm of the game for Malaga at times. But like we had chances to win the game, it's not like that affected the way we played on the performance. I just, we did make chances. We weren't ruthless enough, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. We got into the second half there. I mean, we had Joaquin missed one from a cutback from Larubia, and then Danny Lorenzo hit the bar with that cracking shot as well. And then when Dorio came on, he had a couple of chances, and one of them, again, it was a fingertip save. The second one he had, the first one, sorry, this fingertip save from Soriano, where he put it just past the post as well. There was another one that Dorio had the shot at the near post that hit the side net, and then Larubia had one over the bar, and then Haregi had another one that Soriano saved as well. So, but at the end of it, the ball just didn't go in for us, did it? And it was one of those frustrating nights. Ended 0-0. A potential 2 points dropped in that. But Tony, on you go.
Yeah, but we had a great run. I think we scored like the last 17 games since Funes joined. So it was eventually going to happen one day, and we had so many chances. So it's not that some of those games where we had on the pace there, we just didn't really create any chances as well. So I think it was just very unlucky, and Soriano had a great game as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Malaga goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean,
I think given that. Yeah, sorry, Paul, when you go, mate.
I was going to say, given that he was man of the match, it tells you everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those games, isn't it? You can't score in them all. And for me, it was we created the chances, and we created more chances there than some of the other games where we've won.
Yeah.
We were unlucky. But Calum,
we were very lucky. Like the crossbar, what a shot that was of Daniel Lorenzo outside of the box on the crossbar. It's like it's just unlucky in every way. Yeah.
It was a massive missed opportunity for me. I'd say that after seeing the results, I just thought, just typical. The weekend there, the majority of teams round about us have dropped points, and because you're at home at Leganés, and it's like just take advantage of the opportunity that's there. And unfortunately, we're still in the hunt. No, we're not out it by any means. But I just felt that when everybody around about you is dropping points, you need to capitalise on that. You don't know that at the time. We played earlier than most of the teams, but looking at now, obviously, the teams like Santander and all that sort of dropping points. I think it was only Almeria and Burgos that won over the weekend. I think Castellón, Deportivo and Santander all dropped points. So it was that would have been, getting 3 points there would have been massive for Malaga. I think it would have took us a point off second with Almeria winning. So, I didn't want to be too downbeat about it because I felt the performance was good. It was a good performance. Obviously, just the ball didn't go in the net for us, like you guys said. So we can be confident and happy with the performance. But unfortunately, we couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I want to mention one player of this game, and have you guys thought nearly every player on the Funes has been playing really well, really stepping up. There's just one player that I feel like on the PSF played a lot better. That is just not really his self that we have known him for the last season a bit. That is Rafa. I think Rafa has not been playing quite well on the Funes. I think out of all the players, he's for me the biggest disappointment. And it's a shame because I think on the PSF he had that llegada, he had the reach. And I feel like now it's just, I don't know if it's just more lucky that before it was just lucky that he scored those goals, that he was just in the right position, right time. But I feel like Rafa has been, out of all those players, he's probably the one I have not seen a great improvement under with Funes.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the system that doesn't suit him, Tony? Do you think it's like the Funes system that maybe doesn't suit him, or he just doesn't buy into what Funes is trying to do, or do you just think it's...
I don't know, because he's a player that knows Funes. He's been playing with Funes for the last couple of seasons in Malagueño as well. So, and there was used to play a little bit more back. So maybe now his attacking role is not as that great for him. I don't know. This for me is like the only kind of like worry I have with all the players.
He was coming off the bench as well, though, wasn't he? And he was sort of making his impact off the bench for Pellicer, wasn't he? But under Funes, it seemed to be like Ochoa's sort of, he's now that sort of first sub in midfield. And Rafa sort of went, do you know what I mean? He's went sort of one down where Rafa was always like the first sub coming on in that midfield under Pellicer, or starting when sort of things were getting jibbed about. But it seems to be that Aaron Ochoa under Funes he's sort of been pushed into that. He's like the first sort of midfielder that's going on. maybe it's a wee bit of that. Maybe he just doesn't feel like he's quite part of it. But like I say, I was being impressed with Danny Sanchez. I don't know what you think, but he came in at left back for the couple of games and he's not looked out of place. Like you say, everybody's sort of coming in and stepping up when they need to. So it's that's been good to see. And also, we've got a lot of guys who haven't had a lot of minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like Victor coming in, like a Danny Sanchez, like a Rafa recently. And it's not their fault. It's not that they're playing bad. It's just that they've not had a lot of minutes under Funes. So it's good that they're getting minutes now. That can only help. But when you're sort of coming in for the wilderness a wee bit, it can be a wee bit sort of difficult to find your feet in a team that's been so consistent and the rhythm has been so good to come in and be part of that. It sometimes does, like we said, I felt that the rhythm of the team was knocked off just for the Dotor not obviously being available, obviously not being able to bring Nino on as a sub. Or, do you know what I mean? There were just a couple of players that were missing that can make a difference when you're looking to make changes to change the game. And that's what I felt anyway.
Yeah.
But
I thought,
again, I
to be
didn't want
honest,
to be too down. Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought Rafa played well enough on Saturday. It was one of his better games because when he's come on previously, and I think he started a game not that long ago as well, he didn't really make much of an impact. But I thought he actually played a bit better on Saturday than he has done in the past. But I think, I don't know, it may be the system because that three in midfield that Funes has been playing with Izan sitting a wee bit deeper and Dotor and Danny Lorenzo doing all the running and the linking. But also all three of them interlinking and changing positions as well. Rafa, for me, is more of a number 10. You know, he'll stay up in that middle of the park, just behind the striker, run about around there. And it's a different role than what Dotor and Danny Lorenzo have been doing, you know. So it's maybe just adapting to that. But I thought he had a decent enough game on Saturday to be fair to him. And it's just getting that. I suppose it's just getting that opportunity to break into the team and having the more
getting a run,
and getting used to that. Games. Getting used to that system, you know. But Danny Sanchez. Sorry,
definitely
just go back to.
He's had a really bad game or anything like that, but I just don't think he's standing out as much as he used to be.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Like I do know what you're saying. He's not making the sort of impact that other guys who are, and it's something that is noticeable, but. You do have to do a lot of running under Funes in that system. It's a lot of dog work, a lot of leg work in there. And maybe that's one thing he's struggling with as well. Just no playing regular and then coming in. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned Danny Sanchez as well. I thought he was good again. On Saturday. I think the first game he looked a bit leggy when he came in the week before. But last Saturday I think I thought he played well.
Like you were saying though, Paul, as well. These guys are just coming in after I've not seen Danny Sanchez in God knows how long. Then all of a sudden he's having to start the next couple of games, and it's like you say, they'll be leggy because they're not like training and being match fit are two totally different things, and that's probably what you're finding with these guys is they've just not got the match sharpness that the other guys have, and it's probably noticeable in the match. You're not going to. Rafa's not going to look as match sharp as a Danny Lorenzo. That's just and that's just the fact of the matter. But only thing that is going to benefit them is getting minutes. So it's good now that they're actually maybe getting minutes. Obviously, due to other players being missing, but it can only help the team in the long run. The fact that they're getting minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, in the end, it was 2 points dropped. I'll just run through quickly the scores of the weekend. On Friday, Cordoba drew with Mirandés 2-2. Ceuta beat Cádiz 2-1. Ceuta at home are looking good there. Granada, another win for them, beat Huesca 4-2. Valladolid troubles continue. They lost at home against Burgos. We obviously drew with Leganés, and then Albacete and Castellón drew, and Sporting held Depor 1-1. I actually watched a bit of that, and Depor, although they looked quite good, they were lucky to get a draw out of that in the end. Otero went through for Sporting when they were 1-0 up, and it could have been a penalty. The referee called it back for the foul being outside the box, but it carried on into the box, and I think they were lucky not to get a penalty on that one. On to Sunday, Eibar beat Las Palmas 3-1. Leganés got cuffed from Andorra at home 4-0. Zaragoza, surprisingly, beat Racing 2-0. It's the greatest one for Zaragoza. Looking better for them at the moment.
They could
Yeah.
You can maybe.
Almeria thumped L'Oreal 5-1.
Yeah.
L'Oreal B have been on a good run as well. But
Have been, Paul.
that's a good result for Almeria.
Yeah.
So then that obviously we were dropping points there. Almeria just above us, and everybody else dropping points. But Eibar winning cuts that gap now between 7th and 8th just to 3 points. I think last week we said there's a gap developing between 7 and 8. 7 for the 6 top spots, but that's Eibar back in the equation, and Ceuta as well, back to 47. So only 4 points behind Las Palmas and Castellón. Couple of matches taking place at the moment as well are the one Mirandés and Albacete drew earlier on 1-1, and Depor up against Cordoba after 70 minutes. That's So that's the midweek game started for this week, and we'll get on to the preview for our potential match against Andorra in a few minutes. Other results this week: Malagueño, unsurprisingly, lost again. They lost 3-1 away to La Union, but they're already relegated.
I didn't believe it. There's no way I'm not believing that they got beat. And
the Femenino, Malaga Femenino, drew 0-0 against Cordoba. That's their third 0-0 draw in a row.
I was going to say, they love a draw.
They've beaten in God knows how many, but they've dropped to third in the league now with those 3 draws.
Fair play.
Yeah, need to be top 2 for the promotion.
Yeah.
I think they're
second is for playoffs.
Yeah, they're 5 points off second now. I think with those dropped points.
There could be 2 promotions this year, boys.
Yeah, well, potentially, yes. So that was the Leganés game from Saturday. Tony, do you want to take us through some of the news for this week?
Yeah. Well, let's first speak about the most important news. That is
most important bit.
Funes, Loren, renovated until for 2 years, so until 2028. What is very happy and it's finally. Well, I remember, first I want to say something else. I remember sitting here in this chair in October or November when Pellicer got fired and Funes got hired. And I was not a happy man at the moment. At that moment, I was fuming. I was like, how can this, that? But now, after these couple of months, I can sit here and I'm very happy that Funes is continuing with us 2 more years. And same for Loren. He's renovated all of the main young guys of the team, all of the main players. So it's really deserved that he also gets his extension.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, I'm buzzing about it. I think it's massive. I just think it's the club getting stability, Paul. Do you know what I mean? That's the most important. Stability for the future. He's came in and he's earned his extension, and that's for me, that's what it's all about. And it can only benefit the club, and that's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's really great. So happy that they're continuing now, and some stability and with a great football as well. And to be fair, like Loren has done all of the objectives that were presented to him, promoting the first season from Primera Ref to Segunda. Then last season maintain that stability, and now take that step further. But at the start with Pellicer, it was not working out. But he did take a step now and fight for like something else. What we were promised at the start of the season. What I'm very happy is that we have now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a good continuity, isn't it? And it's a no-brainer. I mean, I think we were all surprised when Funes was given the manager's job after Pellicer left. But I mean, my God, what a job he's done so far! You know, having us where we are, and it's been phenomenal. And the way it's not just where we are; it's the way we're playing as well. You know, and having such a change from the way the team was set up under Pellicer, and to where we from there to where we are now. It's night and day. Going into games,
it's such enjoyment to watch them now. It's really joyful to watch this team. It's really crazy to think that this is the same season where we lost at the start of the season 5 games in a row. It's crazy to think with all the results now and how do we play. So now it's happy to see Loren continue and happy to see Funes as well. And then some other news as well is what's very strange news that there will be no. I would say that the referees, if you get suspended now, it won't apply for next game.
Yeah.
So if Rico La Rubia, Wismo Joaquin, and Isan Marina both on like yellow cards or 4 yellow cards. So if any of them gets a yellow card again against Andorra, they will be able to play against Deportivo, but then they will miss the home game against Las Palmas.
Yeah.
What I think is ridiculous. I think it's embarrassing. I think it's altering of the competition. It's a joke. Well, it's favorable for us more because I'd rather keep them against Deportivo away and like miss them with Las Palmas. But it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm very disappointed when I saw the news. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I think what I read was it's because the panel don't want to sit on Good Friday.
Yeah.
Because,
well, understandable, but you're running here. Supposed to be the most important, one of the biggest leagues in the world, like Primera and Segunda.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And you do that. It's very.
Just offer them double time and a day holiday back or something like that. And get them in there, lazy buggers.
I was actually thinking that if I'm assuming that if somebody gets a straight red, then if they get an automatic 1-game suspension, so they would be out. So, but who knows in Spain? That could be kicked down the line as well, and but we'll just have to wait. And see. I heard that and thought it was daft, but yeah.
Some other news as well. Nino scored in a 0-7 win against Cyprus on 21 over the weekend. I don't think he played today with Spain on the 21. We're up 1-0 last time I checked, but the game has finished. But I don't have the score here now. Ochoa made his debut today. They played at 5 away against Kazakhstan, and he played for like 67 minutes in the 1-0 victory. So good on him to make his debut on 21.
Yeah, that's amazing. Good for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really nice. Good for the Irish out there as well.
Going back to Nino's goal, wasn't it very good, was it? It was the bog standard striker's goal.
Left, right. It's a beauty, like it really is. I know, like maybe.
It starts again, no?
Yeah.
It was. You see it again and again and again. It coming, but the initial shot takes a deflection, and he just watches it go over his shoulder. Boom! Straight over the keeper. Oh, what a great goal!
Yeah. There's some quality of him, like, and that's just to think he's not even like a regular for Malaga. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's like, he sort of shares minutes with Chupe. It's crazy, it really is.
Sorry, Tony, keep going.
What more? Maybe Puga, maybe injured, but today Funes did give the squad of the 25 players for the next 2 games against Andorra and Depor, and he was in there. Same with, let me quickly go over them. Herrero, Joaquin, Puga, Darko, Ramon, Juanpe, Chupela, Rubia, Joaquin, Carlos, Victor, Murillo, Jauregui, Dani Sanchez, Montero, Nino also called up, but he won't play tomorrow, but he'll be there against Depor. Then Lorenzo, Isan Marino, Lobete, Dorio, Mateus was the third goalkeeper. Rafita, Ochoa as well, also not playing against Andorra, but he will be there against Depor. Recio and Rafa.
Yeah.
So kind of standard. Hopefully, we might see some minutes for Ramon. Should be fit, so hopefully that will be good as well. Maybe that position of Dotor. So
good to see him back in the squad.
Yeah, it's hopefully he can stay fit now, because if he is playing, he has got so much quality in their midfield.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hopefully there, and then maybe some other news as well. Oh yeah, this is a good one as well. If Daniel Renzo plays against Andorra, he will reach 100 official games with Malaga. He currently has 54 in Segunda, 36 in Primera Federación, and 5 in Copa del Rey, and 4 more promotion playoffs to Segunda.
So yeah, that would be good.
Total, he's got 10 goals, 6 in Segunda and 4 in Primera Federación.
And that's quite good getting to 100, considering the injury he's had as well.
Yeah.
So fantastic. So that's.
Well, this season he's always been available. This season, Paul, he's been ever reliable, hasn't he? As everybody else looking about him, that's sort of picked up injuries, suspension. He's been the one sort of constant in that midfield, and he's a driving force. He's very important to what Malaga do, especially under Funes. He seems to be the
on the
the
Funes, he's
lynch-
been
the
great.
lynch- yeah, the linchpin. I think that powerhouse, as you call him in midfield, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's the news for this week, I think, Tony, isn't it? That's everything that needs covered.
Yeah, maybe the weather. It could maybe snow tomorrow
Yeah.
in Andorra
It's gonna-
because it's gonna be a frosting temperature. So if it rains, it might snow. And Funes had to say over that because they on their press conference this morning got asked about that, and he said we have many players who are used to playing these conditions. Perhaps the wind is more troublesome. Football's a sport where you have to adapt to all circumstances and be able to compete in any context. So no excuses.
No, absolutely. Yeah, so
But it would be different if it would be snow 20 degrees in Malaga and like snow in Andorra. That is
No,
great
absolutely.
about Spain. About such a big landmass, and then we play international technically, so go to another country to play. It will be the second time we will face Andorra in Andorra.
Yeah, absolutely. So that segues us perfectly into the preview for tomorrow's match, if it goes ahead. I have seen weather warnings that says it could be quite heavy snow, and the game may be in danger of being called off.
Yeah.
Which won't be great for one of our Guri Army members who has actually travelled to Andorra, as currently in Andorra for the match. So that'll be a wasted journey if that doesn't go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully it goes ahead.
Yeah. So what do we know about Andorra? Well, we've been playing quite well recently. They thumped Leganés at the weekend in Cultural. Leon. They got beat from Eibar the week before, but they managed to draw against Granada the week before that, and they beat Sporting the week before that, and they beat Cordoba the week before that. So they've been playing quite well, other than that one blip. They're 13th currently in the league. Conditions up there might be quite challenging for us. But yeah, it's one I think that's coming at the time where the 4 games after that are going to be against teams at the top end. So I think with the drop points against Leganés, we really need to make the most of this to try and get 3 points away in Andorra tomorrow night. I think their style of play, they primarily play a 4-3-3, and as Funes says, they like to have the possession of the ball and football with it. Fullbacks on the width to try and get in behind, and they've got a couple of danger players in Mark Serda and Yeri Kamanthon in there. But I haven't watched much of Andorra, so I don't know much about them. They've got, I think their most dangerous player though is their playmaker Danny Hermosa, in the centre of the midfield, and he's their playmaker and has had quite a lot of assists in the league this season. You guys have anything that you want to add about Andorra or the game itself?
It will be a difficult game.
Yeah.
We never won there, even though we played there once, so it's not fairly 100% fair to say that. But I think the weather will not an excuse, but it will be kind of different. But Andorra has a very they've played quite nice football compared to other teams in the league, so quite possessive. So let's see if we can counter them well. We beat them 4-1 at home, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's see. But they've been in good form, so it will be a tough game.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Yeah,
but definitely winnable, but very tough.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we said this last week, Calum. If we're going to seriously challenge for one of the top 2 places, particularly after Racing being beaten the last twice, that's now up for grabs as well. But definitely to get in the playoffs, we need to be beating teams like that. I mean, no disrespect to them, but going there and getting 3 points.
Yeah, I just think we can take a lot of confidence for the Cadiz match. I know it's probably going to be different conditions, but I just think if you go and do that away from home, you've got to take confidence for that. That's a massive shift for the mentality for Malaga. I've been one of them where, sometimes I get too optimistic like I did last week, and I'm like, and then we drop points. Sometimes with games like this, I'm a wee bit more underwhelmed, and I think we'll struggle. And then usually when my mindset's like that, I find that Malaga go and sort of put on a performance. So I'm hoping that that's what it is, because not that I'm fearfully getting beat. I just, like Tony said, I think it'll be a hard game. They seem to, I don't know what it is. There just seems to be something about these kind of teams. It's hard to sort of put your finger on it. Because when you look at them, you didn't even see any kind of consistency. You didn't look, they've went on a good run there. There's nothing to say that, but it's just one of the places that a team like us seem to struggle. I hope now, obviously, being a different Malaga, that's not the case. But I don't want to be too optimistic right now, because I feel when I do that, just the letdown sort of kills me. So I hope we win. I really do hope we can win. But I think it'll be a tough match. I really do. And then you obviously have the possible tricky conditions into that. It's who sort of adapt to that the better. So let's just hope that we can obviously continue and march on and get, like we say, Paul, 3 points is massive. We need to keep pushing. We need to keep ourselves, at least in the playoffs, but kicking the arse in the top two. You know what I mean? Let them know that we're not just happy to be in the playoff, that we're coming for one of the automatic promotions. That's what Malaga need to keep doing, and starting that tomorrow by going and getting a win there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, as you both said, it's going to be a tough game, tough conditions, because they're on a decent run as well. But we need to, I think, we said this last week, we've not got any qualms about the way Malaga are playing. They should be able to go and beat teams. Leganés were lucky not to score. But we had the chances, and the way we're playing, we're taking the game to teams, regardless of whether it's home or away. We're going at teams as well. And I think as well, some of the lower teams in the league, when they sit in, we didn't struggle to break them down as such, but it's a bit more difficult to play against. Andorra are looking like a team at the moment playing with confidence, and especially being at home, they'll come out and open up a bit more, which may suit us better. But it all comes down. I think those
two does good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, depends what the conditions are like. But obviously, both teams have got to play in it. But Andorra will be more used to that up there than we will be.
Yeah.
I think if we can create the chances that we created at the weekend, I don't think we're going to go up there and no score. I don't think we're going to miss chances. I think if we can create chances like we did at the weekend, we're more than capable of winning. Because we're not going to have another game like that where the goalie's pulling off heroics, and you know what I mean? Like Chupe's hitting it over the bar and stuff like that. We'll go up there. I'm more than confident we can go up there and score 1 and 2 goals. It just, what are they going to offer on the other end? I just think that if you can go up there and take an early lead, I think it's just, like every team would love it. I just think it changes the sort of the trajectory of the game, and it puts pressure on them to come forward even more. And like you say, Paul, we've got players who could just kill them on the counter attack. Joaquin, Chupe, La Rubia, Daniel Lorenzo, these guys just getting forward, running into gaps, when they're sort of committing bodies forward. I just think that it's definitely a game that is winnable if the cards fall the way that we hope they do.
Absolutely. So that's tomorrow night. And then games come thick and fast. We've got Deportivo at the weekend as well, up in Coruña. They're obviously on a decent run as well at the moment, up at the top end of the league with us, just above us in the league, going for that automatic promotion place like we are. They on a run at the moment. They only drew with Sporting at the weekend, as I said. Felt they were lucky to get that draw, because I think Sporting should have had a penalty to go potentially 2-0 up. Before that, they beat Zaragoza 2-1. They beat Ceuta, which is a really good result, 2-1. They lost to Granada, but Granada have been on a good run recently.
Yeah.
They beat La Real B 3-2 away, and then before that, Eibar 1-0. And then going back to the game before that, they lost to Castellón. So they've had two defeats in the last 7 or 8 games. They're currently winning 2-0 against Cordoba, and there's a couple of minutes left in there. But Deportivo, they've been the darlings of the press because they've been outside La Primera for so long, and they're on a good run now. and they're at the top of the league. And there's a lot of talk of, oh, this is great because Deportivo could be back in the big time. You know, there for the taking. We beat them 3-0 at La Rosaleda earlier in the season.
Yeah.
I feel they're there for the taking. Jeremy's not been playing recently. He's been on the bench. He had a thigh injury as well as a suspension, but he's not. He's on the bench again tonight. I don't know if he's come on yet or not, but he's the best player by far and playmaker, and I think that's maybe why they've struggled a bit in the last couple of games to exert their authority, and they've just been scraping by. What's your guys' take
Jeremy
on?
Has come on. Jeremy has come on now. Yeah, in 65 minutes.
Like you said, Paul, Andy, they've been winning games, but a lot of the time they've not really been convincing. I look at Malaga's record against them. I've got a good record against them. We've already beat them 3-0. I think, we're more than capable of get the result.
We haven't lost against them in 5 games, so
yeah.
See, that's the thing you think that you need to, like, there you go, like Tony says, you need to be taking confidence for that. And like you say, they've not been amazing this year, guys. They've not been great. You like to say a couple of games they've, won in the last minute, got a penalty in the last minute in one game, I can remember. So they're not firing on 7. I think if you go there and cause them problems, they've shown that they can be beaten. So, and that's what you need to do. That's where you lay down a marker with these teams. If we can go there and beat them, that's a massive to everybody that try to get promoted. As Malaga and they're pissing about, going to Deportivo and beating them there, that's just puts down a statement that Malaga are there for staying and looking to get promoted. Do you know what I mean? That's what you've got to do. Any team in the big that's looking to get promoted, and you can go put on a statement performance and take a win. That's what you need to do. And I think Malaga are more than capable of doing it. I feel more comfortable about that than I do tomorrow for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last time we played there, we drew 0-0, but I remember that's been one of the best 0-0s we had in a while. It was a very interesting game. So it's always I love to play Depot. It's not a derby, but I do love to play against them. I think there's this rivalry we have with them since the season we relegated, because then we both tried to go up. After the first time, and we had some clashes. There and also clashes between fans. So no, I love to play this game. This is one of my favorite games outside of any Andalusian game. So it's I'm looking very, very forward to this weekend.
Yeah, it's 2 stupid giants, though, isn't it? 2 massive clubs who probably shouldn't be where they are, and are trying to. They've sort of, like you say, Tony, they've been coming up together. Sort of, they're going on the sort of journey together, both in the same division, both trying to get promoted, fighting each other for promotion to each division, and now we're obviously trying to locking horns to get back into La Liga. So it's like you say, both massive clubs, but I just think that we can put down a massive marker if you can go there and beat them.
Yeah, absolutely. Team-wise, do we go with the same team as played against Leganés? Obviously, with Rafa in there, or do we change it up? But particularly, we've got the two games coming up.
I would maybe try Lobete if he's fit.
Yeah.
Instead of Rafa, and if not, give Rafa some games as well. Continuity. Because I don't think Ramon is fit enough yet to start. So bring him slowly in for the next. I would like to see Ramon play as well, but he doesn't need to start for me.
Yeah.
So just play Rafa or Lobete. I would like to see Lobete as well, but I don't know what.
I think you may go with Rafa just
if he's fit.
Yeah. With Hampy as well, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
But I think if obviously Hampy is not available, he probably will go with Rafa, just give him more minutes. But like you say, there is other options there, Tony. It's not like he has to go well, so there is, if he wants to change it again, then he might do that and give somebody else an opportunity. So I think
if Nino and Ochoa would be available, I would play one of them. So I'll play with 2 strikers, Nino and Chupe. And if not, put Ochoa there, but since he's not there, then I'll probably go for keep Rafa there, because I do like Rafa. So hopefully he can, maybe with some more game time, he can play a little bit better. And if not, I would try Lobete Juanpe.
Yeah, I would go with Rafa tomorrow against Andorra, but you just took the words out of my mouth, Tony. I would maybe put Aaron Ochoa in there on the weekend against Depor instead, and play him in that that midfield of three with Daniel Lorenzo and Isan Marino. But I think we've all said it there as well. Do a mix it up and maybe put Nino and Chupe up front, and play a four in there. But then when Nino and Chupe have both been playing, it's Joaquin's been the fall guy, isn't he? He's been the one that's come out of there. So at least there's options. We've got some options, and it's not for me. At the front end, is having the options up there is good because it doesn't disrupt it too much. Other than Doctor being out, I think, and those players have come in and done a job when they've come in, when he's tweaked it slightly. And just with the 2 games in a week, I think he might try something a wee bit different there. But I think
he might try and rotate the squad. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. I think he will probably do some rotation, especially keep the big ones for the Deportivo game.
Yeah.
So maybe I can see. And, well, I think Afita will probably play if Puga's not fit. So I do expect Afita to play tomorrow as right. Hopefully, I do think he will keep Danny Sanchez, but maybe he will play Victor to stop them up a little bit. For the rest, I kind of expect the same team.
Could Danny Sanchez do a job in midfield, guys, do you think?
Well, I said that before. I said that
but I see him I just say, because when I seen him at the weekend, he was good at he was getting the ball and he's strong runner way, and they were fouling him quite a bit. I was thinking you could probably put him in midfield, and he maybe not be as good as other guys, but he might do a job. Defensively he can obviously win tackles, but he can also move forward with the ball.
Absolutely, yeah.
As you say, there's options here.
Yeah. Any predictions for the games, or are we just letting it go as it is and say nothing and just hopefully we'll get the 3 points in both the games?
No, we'll do predictions. We need to do predictions. We need to do the predictions. Right. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to go 1-0 Malaga. 1-0 Malaga tomorrow.
Okay.
Tony.
Tomorrow.
Are you sticking your neck out or are you saying anything?
2-3. 2-3. I think it will be high score. I think both are attacking teams. 2-3 for Malaga.
Yeah.
I think it will be very high scoring game.
Yeah. I'll go 2-1 Malaga tomorrow. What about the weekend, Calum?
I'm going to go 2-0 Malaga at the weekend. Clean sheet, away from home.
Oof, that's bold.
Stay at the stand. Yep.
Tony?
I think it will be a draw.
Sorry, at home. Sorry, Paul. You're right. Away from home. Away from home tomorrow.
Yeah, but I could go to Deport's quite a traditional tough game. I'm going for the cross. I think it'll be 1-1 at the weekend.
2-2.
2-2. Yeah.
I'll be happy with 4 points. If we get 4 points out of these 2 games, I'll be very happy.
Yeah, definitely.
With Deportivo was a 6-point game. We cannot lose. 100%. We cannot lose against Deportivo. That will bring that gap up. At least we won at home 3-0. So as long as we don't lose 3-0, we will. If we draw 1 point, we will always be ahead of them.
That's it. And I think I said Calum last week, as long as we're not these next 4 games against the top ones, starting with Deport and then Las Palmas, as long as we don't lose any of them and we keep those teams around us so they're not gaining 3 points off us, I'd be happy.
In hindsight now, knowing what we know, we probably could have afforded to drop points if we had won against Leganés, knowing that the results went in our favour after that. But we're not obviously getting the 3 points there. These 2 games become even more important not to drop points. Like you say, 4 points minimum for both games would be ideal. 6 points is what I'm hoping for. But if anything, if you've got to take a draw at Deportivo and get a win, just either way, just win one and draw the other. It doesn't really matter what way it has to be. But yeah, I just think we can't really afford to lose any of the games.
No, absolutely. Because there's no Chris this week, there's no cultural element to this. That'll be back next week. But because we've got to about the hour mark there and we've had a lot of discussion about the games, is there anything else anybody wants to discuss or bring up? Or I know you've got to shoot off, Calum, so try to be as sharp as we can on this one.
As I say, nothing for me because I've got to get away, but everybody enjoy the rest of their week and enjoy the match tomorrow and enjoy the match at the weekend. and we'll see you next week. I've got to go, guys.
Thank you, Calum. Take care.
Bye, guys. Cheers. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So
I
that's
don't really
Calum.
have anything. Sorry?
Calum away. I was just waiting to say that's Calum away now. So I think we'll just anything else, Tony, you need to cover, or we should be covering at the moment, do you think?
No, I'm kind of. I think we discussed most of it. I'm looking forward to these two games. I definitely think we're gonna go into that part of the season now where it's gonna be crucial to not lose. If we really want to fight for that, for promotion directly or playoffs. There is like a nice gap. What you said before between 7 and 8. So I'm quite confident that we will play playoffs at the end of the season. I think if we play the way we play now, we will definitely reach playoffs, and hopefully if the results are there and we get into the right form until the end, we can maybe do something really beautiful stuff. And I'm just so happy that we can enjoy Malaga again. Like it's been. Yeah. I was really like looking not forward anymore to this at the start of the season. It's like I kind of want the season to be over already. I thought it was going to be back again, but I'm happy that Funes is staying. I think that is one of the best things that happened to us in a long time. Also, that Loren is staying. I think he's definitely a sport director that is has the qualities and the capabilities to bring Malaga back to where we belong. That is fighting in Primera for something nice. He did that with Real Sociedad, bringing them from Segunda to Primera and Champions League, and hopefully he can do the same with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's testament to what he's done that where we are at the moment, and especially bringing through the young players and getting the majority of them signed up on contracts again for longer term, and I think that brings stability, doesn't it, to the team and lets them all grow together. Obviously, you can't say nobody will come in for them. But I mean, the core of that team has grown up together over a long time, and it's good to see them continue certainly with their new contracts, and hopefully take us up to the Primera. And a lot of them have said that in their interviews when they've signed. They've been at Malaga and they see that's their future. They want to take Malaga up, so it's all good. As far as we're concerned at the moment, anyway. Long may it continue, I think.
Yeah, and I'm happy where we discussing about promotion. It's a nice stress to have, and not the stress of like looking down, like looking up to see how many points we are from looking down for relegation zone. So it's so nice to speak about this. It brings so much joy as well to speak about Malaga and stuff like
absolutely.
Like a pain. And it's not a pain you can get rid of because we love the club so much. So it's just there. So it's just nice to enjoy the season. I don't know if next season will be the same, but I'm just enjoying the moment, enjoying Chupeta, enjoying La Rubia, enjoying all of these guys that are playing so fantastic for us. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you never know. We could get promoted, and it'll be even more fun next season.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, but no, I don't have anything to add. So if that's us, Tony, thank you again, and I'll hopefully see you next week. And thank everybody for listening and watching wherever you are. Don't forget to do all the usual social media things like retweet, subscribe, tell friends, family, anybody who doesn't even like Malaga, get them involved. And we will be back next week to look over both those games and do a preview for Las Palmas. So until then, adios and vamos Malaga.
Vamos.